So lovely! In this video, we're gonna give you model answers and vocabulary about noise. I'm Maria.
And my name is Rory, and we're here to help prepare you for IELTS speaking and have a little bit of fun along the way.
Let's make some noise.
Yeah.
Noise. 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 Noise.
What?
Noise.
You see, it's kind of like nice and noise. They're kind of the same, like noise, noise.
Nice.
Let's talk about noise. Do you live in a noisy area?
Well, not really. I mean, we occasionally get trucks rumbling through the high street, and the neighbours' dogs bark occasionally. I think that's about the sum of it. We used to have planes screaming over the house, but, well, that doesn't happen so much these days.
So first of all, noise. We make noise, or noise could be created by somebody or something. So noise created by cars, for example. Also, what adjectives can we use with noise? We can say awful, horrible noise. We can say loud or deafening noise.
But you can also have collocations to describe it as well, like making a racket.
Ooh, a racket like a racket?
Well, it's the spelling is the same, I guess. It's R-A-C-K-E-T, racket. Oh, it's complicated. Anyway, it sounds like that. That's the most important thing. The word racket, make a racket.
So racket is a kind of a noise. Make a racket, make some noise, right?
A horrible noise. It's like all noises together, like a chaos of noise.
You said that trucks rumbling. Rumble is this kind of like what? Like a truck. Imagine a truck, like a huge car, and it's like rumbles. So the structure, right? I usually hear dogs barking, cats meowing. Yeah. Also planes. What do planes do?
Well, they scream or roar overhead, I suppose. I can't think of any other adjectives to describe.
Planes scream. Really, like a people.
No, well, yeah, like the scream of a plane engine, yeah, it's quite loud.
I could hear planes screaming over the house. So a plane over the house, screaming, making this noise. Does being in a noisy place bother you?
Well, not really, unless there's like music blaring and I can't even hear myself think, let alone have a conversation. I'd like to think I've got a pretty high tolerance for noise, actually.
When we talk about music, we can say that music is blaring.
It's just like loud and extended sounds, like a horn, for example, or, well, I think that's the best example, to be honest with you. It's in your ears, you can feel it vibrating your whole body, and of course if that's happening, then you can't really talk to people, can you? And that's really annoying. At least for me, it's annoying. I like talking to people.
There's music blaring. In this case, music is really loud and it's like deafening. You can't hear yourself even, right? So I can't hear myself think, Rory said. So I can't hear my thinking. But Rory told us that I've got a pretty high tolerance for noise.
Yeah.
To have a high tolerance for noise. So you take Rory, you put him in a room with blaring music, everybody's talking, screaming, airplanes screaming as well, and Rory is fine. Rory's gonna be like Buddha, like.
Most of the time, yes.
No problem.
But not if I'm trying to talk to somebody, then I'll get really annoyed.
So you can say that I've got a pretty high tolerance for noise, or I can't stand loud noise, like I hate it, I just can't tolerate it, I can't stand it.
I find it difficult to put up with. Ooh, it's a phrasal verb. And if you like phrasal verbs, check out our pod course, successwithielts.com/pod courses. It's not just phrasal verbs, we're working on a new one. Spoiler alert.
What do you do to escape noisy places?
Leave? I mean, sorry, honestly, I can't think of anything else. It's not like you can carry soundproofing around with you, is it?
You can escape noisy places, and Rory just said, like, leave? Well, you can leave, obviously, there is some noise, and you just, like, leave to escape.
What else do people do? I guess they put in their earphones, but that doesn't really work, and you could talk about earplugs too, but, like, most people just go away from loud noises. It's not a difficult problem to solve.
Yes, earplugs. So earplugs are these little thingies, yeah, earplugs that you kind of stuff stuff them into your ear, or you can invest in noise-canceling headphones or earphones. Noise-canceling earphones.
But how would that work? Like, when it's talking about what happens when it's loud, when there's loud noise. I mean, if you're trying to work, then you have to work with people, and you put these things in your ears. How are you supposed to work with people if you can't hear them? Like, just type? That's a bit inhuman, isn't it?
No, but if you just have to work and there's some noise, so how you can escape from this noise? You just like put on some noise-canceling headphones and...
No, you throw a huff and you leave.
It's like, you're too noisy.
That's how adults solve their problems.
Yeah, also you can say, dear listener, oh, I wish I could turn off my ears. Your ears don't work anymore. I wish I could turn off my ears. Or I wish I could turn off my eyes. Just like, don't see this. Are there any specific noises that annoy you?
I don't like screaming or any sort of persistent high-pitched noise, but I don't think that's unique to me, to be honest with you.
Certain noises are annoying. Like, oh, it annoys me. It drives me up the wall. Like, up the wall. Like, it's like, I'm just... And Rory told us that high-pitched or high-pitch noises. High-pitched noises, persistent high-pitched noises annoy him. So persistent is when it's like it's going and going like a mosquito. You know, mosquito is like persistent. It's like, yeah, I stayed in this like luxurious 5-star hotel, and what did I have? An army of mosquitoes in a room. Like $400 per night, like seriously. An army of mosquitoes. I couldn't sleep. So this is, I'm moaning to you about my luxury spa, you know, like a hotel experience.
Meanwhile, the rest of us are like, yeah, that does sound truly awful. All you have to worry about is mosquito.
So I have a problem. So, mosquito noises are really annoying, persistent, high-pitched. Like, noises are annoying. What other noises annoy you? Dear listener, write in the comments, and we need specific vocabulary, right? Like super specific, like which particular noises annoy you. For example, construction noises, traffic noises, music blasting noises from clubs or bars. Or for example, strange noises from your neighbors. You know what I mean?
What kind of strange noises from your neighbor?
Strange noises.
Oh, no.
What noise do we have in cities?
Well, I already mentioned air and ground traffic, and I suppose you can hear people going about their business and chattering away. And I imagine you can sometimes hear sirens in the distance because there'll be more emergencies. I couldn't say any more, really. It's been a while since I've lived in a city.
City noises. So, Rory, you told us ground and air traffic. Like ground traffic noises, like the cars and the buses.
Lorries, trucks, transport, any transport that involves like wheels, I suppose, or rails if you're, a train is a kind of ground transport.
Which phrasal verb did you use?
What phrasal verb did I use?
Chatter away.
Ooh, nice. Do you know what you should do if you like phrasal verbs?
Check out our phrasal verb course.
The link is in the description.
So chatter away. So we are chattering away. Blah, 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 blah. Chatter away. Like chat. Yeah, chit-chat. Like talk about it. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you hear car sirens. Okay. A car siren is something like this. Yeah, not really pleasant. But also, dear listener, you can talk about traffic sounds. You can talk about music, which comes from loud speakers, noise from construction sites, okay, or heavy machinery. Yeah, what's heavy machinery, Rory?
Heavy machinery would be things like what you use to dig up the roads, so pneumatic drills, JCBs, forklifts. What other kinds of heavy machinery are there? Conveyor belts as well, if you live near a factory.
Also, you can mention some loud domestic machinery. Domestic, like people use certain devices at home which are loud.
Oh, you mean like their appliances, like washing machines and things?
Yeah, or lawnmowers, for example, hoovers. Frequently passing trains could create a lot of noise. So frequently passing trains. Or living close to a police station or to a hospital could also create a lot of noise and be quite annoying or frustrating.
Because you can hear the sirens. What's the siren sound? Like, again, I would just say like blaring sirens. Or wailing sirens, yes.
Like a whale.
No, like crying. Interestingly though, siren is the creature from Greek mythology. They've lured sailors to their deaths with their singing.
Beautiful.
The singing was beautiful. I don't think the sirens were. I think they were hideous, but the sailors didn't find that out until they jumped out of the ship to go and find these, what they thought were beautiful women.
What kind of noise do cars make?
Well, they make that sound when you turn the ignition. I think it's called the sound of the engine turning over. And then you can hear people's horns blaring. And you can what's the word? You can rev your car. So that's like when you're gaining speed. You can gun the engine, and the engine can backfire, which some people think sounds like a gunshot. And then of course there's the sound of the air like rushing over the car when you have the windows down. So there's lots of noise that can be created by cars.
When you turn the ignition.
Why don't we just have this sound included? I mean, when you turn the ignition, Vanya, put in an ignition turning sound, or we'll just stick a clip in here of an ignition being turned.
And then you hear the rev of the engine. So this is the sound, yeah, the rev of the engine.
I think it means revolution, like things go around in the engine and you can hear that happening. I think. I don't know. I know nothing about cars. I just passed my driving test less than a month ago. What do I know about driving?
Congratulations, Rory can drive. Hey.
Yes, I can drive. There's a terrifying thought.
Oh, did you?
I did. I passed my test. Did I not tell you?
Yeah, but did you go into the city with like behind the wheel?
I wasn't in a city. I was in a town. Oh my gosh! Right. Actually, that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to start doing like short stories from my personal life, because my driving test was the most dramatic experience I've had recently. I can tell you that nothing went to plan. However, we should focus on the sounds that are made by a car, as opposed to the sounds that were made by me while I was trying to drive a car a month ago.
You can hear horns beeping.
Like beep, beep, beep.
And horns blaring. So how do horns blare?
Like, I don't know. Honk. The trailer to this episode should totally just be me going beep, honk.
Mind the structure. I can hear horns beeping. I can hear dogs barking. Okay? Right, so that's the structure. What natural sounds do you like?
Farting.
Of course you do.
Well, sounds that help you unwind or relax and decompress from a long day are quite nice. So things like whale song, and then I suppose dolphin song by association. And it's quite nice as well when you can see them as well, when you hear dogs barking and they're playing with each other. That's quite relaxing when they work in conjunction with each other. And then, and waking up in the morning to bird song. That's great. We have a whole, I think, I guess it's a murder of crows that lives in the town where I live right now, in the village. And every morning at like sunrise, so roughly 7:30 in the morning, you just hear all of these birds getting up and flying around and making all of this noise. And you would think that it would be quite disturbing, but it's not actually. It's quite a pleasant wake-up call.
Right, natural sounds. Unfortunately, we do have to use special words for sounds. Rory told us about whale songs. Okay, do you know how whales do? I can do the whale song. No. It's okay, dear listener, you can do the whale together with me, okay? So you should come from within you, okay, from your kind of belly.
Okay, from your belly.
Collect your inner whale, your whale inside you.
Collecting the inner whale.
Dear listener, come on. Your inner whale is from the depth,
This
of
is great. All
somewhere.
these people like sitting listening to us on the metro to work or the bus, they're just like sitting there going, I'm a whale. This is professional.
Sorry. this is us being us. So this is pretty much very natural for me. I do whale noises. I think all my friends heard my whale noises.
And now you have to.
Whale song, dogs bark. We wake up to bird song. So Rory is sleeping there peacefully, la la la, Scotland freedom. And then he just wakes up to bird song. And it's a pleasant wake-up call. And Rory, what did you say about like something murder? A murder of crows?
There's a murder. That's what you call a group of crows. A murder of crows. Yeah.
Murder like murder.
There's a murder of crows that lives in the village, and every morning they wake up and fly around and they have their bird song. I think they're crows. I mean, they could be, or could just say like a flock of birds. Fine, a flock of birds, but that's not band 9. A murder of crows is band 9 vocabulary.
Dear listener, this is just crazy, like really crazy. A murder of crows. Like, you know, we have this group of birds.
A flock of birds.
A flock of birds, like a group of birds, But in the English language, they have some crazy special words to name special groups of animals.
Like a parliament of owls. We have a parliament of owls, which I think is great.
Okay, nature sounds. Dear listener, take a look. So, I enjoy the buzz of a bee. Or I enjoy bees buzzing. So bees, what do? They buzz. Or for example, I like the roar of a tiger. So tigers roar. The roar of a tiger. Or for example, I like the sound of a stream passing over the stones. So river, stream, the sound of water passing over the stones. Or for example, you like the sound of the fire when the wood burns. Or the barking of a dog. You see, so like the sound is the barking of a dog. The roar of a tiger. Or seagulls, you know, this white birds, seagulls, the flapping of a seagull.
Are we just going to run through every single sound that animals make?
Why are you annoyed, Rory? Here I'm giving super vocabulary, and maybe our listener can choose, because here we do need specific names, so, you know. Dear listener, it's useful, right? Huh? Tell me in the comments it's useful.
Tell her in the comments it's not useful.
So Rory is annoyed now, and now we have to finish.
Rory left the episode about 5 minutes ago, and it's just been Maria making animal sounds.
Yeah, but that's the episode about noises. Okay?
Yes, but not animal noises.
How do cats do?
Right, okay, that's the end of the episode.
Come on, the pigeon sound, the last one.
It's the end of the episode. Bye, everyone. Have a nice time.
Bye.
Bye.
In Russian, frogs do quack, quack. In English, they do ribbit, ribbit.